Alright, playing a game of PC Replay Baseball. 1977, we got the Phillies and the Expos. Carlton against Stanhouse. Here we go, top of the first inning. Don Stanhouse, 3.41 ERA, won 10 games, saved 10 games as well. So he both started and relieved, and he'll face Jay Johnstone leading off for the Phillies. 280 with 15 homers, and that's a walk right off the bat. Johnstone on at first for Larry Boa. He could bunt, but it's early. I'm going to let him swing. And there's a fly out to left, one out. Bring up Gary Maddox, 292 with 14 home runs. There's a possible walk, but it's 2 balls with a runner on first. So runner on first only, it counts as 2 balls. So he gets to, if it happens again, it's a walk. And there's another fly out, 2 out. Bring up the bull, Greg Luzinski, a runner on first and 2 out. He had 39 bombs and hit 309, and big year in 77. But he strikes out there. And we're going to go bottom 1 with lefty Carlton taking a mound. He was 23 and 10, 2.64 ERA and a 112 whip. He's going to face Dave Cash leading it off for the Expos. And he's going to hit a short fly to left, 1 out. Bring up Tim Foley, 220 hitter in 77 with 4 homers. And that's a strikeout, 2 out. Bring up Ellis Valentine. 25 home runs for Ellis, hit 293. And that's a ground out. So that's a 1-2-3 inning for lefty. Going to go to the top of the second with Schmitty leading it off. Mike Schmidt hit 38 home runs. And that's a 38 and a ground ball to third, 1 out. Bring up Tim McCarver. Carlton loved pitching to McCarver. He was kind of his personal catcher. And there's an error chance. Parrish at third. And he's an 11, so that is going to be an error. Runner on first with 1 out for Dane Orge. And that is a 48 comebacker to the pitcher. Possible double play. We're going to roll 1 die against his defense rating, and it is a 5 and a double play. So we're going to go to the bottom of the second. And Tony Perez playing for the Expos here. 19 homers, 283 average. And he strikes out, 1 out. Bring up Larry Parrish. And that's a strikeout with nobody on base, 2 out. Gary Carter, 31 homers, 284 average. And he strikes out. So Carlton's dealing here through 2. We go top 3. Expos weren't terrible in 77, 75 and 87. And Ted Sizemore will lead it off, second baseman. And that is a possible home run. 6 will be a homer, but a 5 will just be a base hit. Runner on first leading off. Lefty is going to try and sacrifice him. Corners are in. Carlton could hit, but he's going to try and sacrifice here, and he does successfully sacrifice. Runner on second, 1 out. And that will bring up Johnstone. And that's a deep fly to left, but it's going to be in the park. 2 out, runner on second for Larry Boa. And now we're going to get a new number in column 3, but against Stanhouse's 1, it's going to be tough to be a hit. It's going to have to be a 61 to 66, and it's a 66. Wow, so he beats the odds there for a base hit, and that will bring in the first run of the game. So the sack by Carlton leads to the run as Boa gets a little lucky there. Expos get a little unlucky. Now Maddox is up. I use auto steal when I play replay. One of the few games where I use auto steal. That in Fall Classic. There's a short fly, and that ends the inning. So we go bottom 3, 1-0. Carlton's got a lead, and Andre Dawson will lead it off. And that is going to be a new number in column 6, and it could be a home run. Home runs start at 44. Possible home run at 44. And that's a 54. That's a no-doubter. So Andre Dawson Gets one of his 19 that he actually hit that year, and the game is tied just like that, 1-1. We have Warren Cromartie, and he grounds out, 1 out. Stanhouse will bat, and let's see what kind of hitter he was. He was a 190 hitter. We did hit a home run. And he's going to get a new number in column 3. Again, against Carlton's 1, it's going to be a tough sell for a hit, and it's a fly to right. 2 out for Cash. Nobody on, but the Expos tie it on Dawson's homer. Cash up for the second time, and that's just a fly ball to center field. Maddox puts it away. We got a tie game going into the 4th, a good one. Expos and Phillies here in 77. The Bull, Greg Luzinski, leads it off, and that is going to be a possible home run. Again, 6 is a homer on column 11, but that's a base hit. So it's only a 1 out of 6 chance in column 11. It's a 5 out of 6 chance in column 12. Schmidt up. Now the Bull on the auto steal. This is just steal or hold, though, so he won't be thrown out if it doesn't work, and it is just a hold. So runner on first. There's 2 kinds of auto steals. There's one where it's either steal or hold, and there's another one where it's steal or caught stealing. Schmidt up, and now we get another shaded column 3, so we need a new number. This time 46 and up is a hit, and a fly to left. 1 out. Luzinski stays at first for McCarver. And that's a 14 and a line out in column 3. 2 out for Dane Orge, and that is a ground out. So we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 1-1 in this pitcher's duel. Lefty will face Foley, Valentine, and Perez here, and that's a strikeout with nobody on base, 1 out. Bring up Ellis Valentine, and that's a 7 foul pop out in column 2. 2 out. Tony Perez will bat. Nobody on, and that's a 21 in column 3 and a fly to center. So we're going to go to the 5th, tied at 1, and this game has moved quickly to the 5th inning. And Ted Sizemore will lead it off, and that is going to be a line out to second. He's 16 is a triple, but that's a 15. 1 out. Lefty will bat here. He hit 3 homers. He could hit. He hit 268. But his bunt did lead to their run in the 3rd inning. There's a strikeout. 2 out, top of the order, Johnstone. On the season, he's 4 for 15, batting 267. And there's a walk. So Johnstone walks. Bring up Larry Bowa with 2 outs and a runner on first. He's hitting 211 at the start of the season. And there's a 19 in column 2 and a fly to center. We're going to go bottom 5, tied at 1. Carlton back on the hill. Carlton is an S8, so he can go pretty far. Larry Parrish, 7 for 17 in the early season with a home run. And that's a short fly to left, 1 out. Bring up Gary Carter. Carter batting 389, and he has 6 homers and 11 RBI, so he has been red hot. And he's got a chance here with a shaded column 6. Anything over 44, it could be a home run, but a base hit. Base hit for Carter. Runner on first, 1 out. Dawson, who homered last time up, he's 5 for 17 with a homer and 2 ribbies to start the season. And this is a fly ball to left field, 2 out. Warren Cromartie, lefty here against Carlton. And that's just a ground ball out to second base. So we're going to go to the 6th, tied at 1. Good game. Good old-fashioned pitcher's duel here. Now Stanhouse is in S6, so he's running out of stamina innings. Maddox is 3 for 19 to start the season. And that is going to be a pop out to 3rd. 1 out. Brings up the Bull. The Bull is batting 278. He does have a home run and 2 RBIs. And that's a 43 base on balls for Luzinski. Luzinski's on first with 1 out for Schmidt. Wow. Mike Schmidt is 0 for 17 to start the season. 3 walks, 7 Ks, has not had a hit in the 77 season. This would be a good time to get his first, but that will not do it. That's a 7. That's a pivot play on a possible double play. So we're going to roll on the pivot chart. The pivot man is the shortstop. Is Cash? The ball went to Cash, and that's a double play. So Schmidt is struggling here early in 77, and we're going to go bottom 6, 1-1. Carlton's going to face the pitcher Stanhouse to start things off. Up, that's it. So Stanhouse was an S6. He was going to start to be in danger of being tired, so they take him out here, and Del Unser will bat. He's 1 for 2 on the season, but he hit 273 with 12 homers that year. Not there, though. That's a strikeout. 1 out. Back to the top of the order. So Stanhouse is out. Cash is batting 300 so far early in the season. And that's a 24, and that's a long single to center. I think he has a shot to stretch this, and he is safe. So a stretch single for Cash, and now we have a Tim Foley up, runner on second, 1 out. Foley is batting 300 on the season. That's a fly out. Fly ball to left, 2 out. It's going to be up to Valentine here. 2 out, runner on second. Valentine batting 300 with a homer and 4 ribbies. Needs a hit here to give the Expos the lead. And we're going to get a shaded area. It's against Carlton's 2. So anything 46 or over. Nope, 11 is just a dribbler in front of the mound. The catcher throws him out. And we stay tied going to 7th. Let's see who the Expos bring in here. I'm managing the Phillies in this one. So they're going to bring in Will McEnany, who was a good left-handed pitcher. Remember him pitching for the Reds in my 75 season. McCarver is Carlton's catcher. I'm going to leave him in for now. I'm going to leave him in here. I don't want to take him out. And he rewards me with a double in the corner. That was a split reading. 59 against the lefty, 9 against the righty. Runner on second, nobody out. Now I will take a peek at their bench and who we might want to bring in here. We've got Davey Johnson, who had a big year that year. Of course, we have Boone, who I thought about pinch hitting for McCarver. I'm going to keep Boone on the bench for now, though. I don't want to use my other catcher. So we're going to go with Davey Johnson, pinch hitting for Orge here. Runner on second, nobody out. And that's a 15 and a base hit in column 2. So the pinch hitter comes through. Runners on the corners, nobody out. And that's going to bring up Ted Sizemore. First and third, nobody out. And a 32 is a pop-up to third. Does not advance the runner, does not get the run in. I cannot take Carlton out of this game, and he's pitching too well. He can hit first and third. I'm going to just let him swing away. First and third, 1 out. 54 is a ground ball, base hit with the infield in. It's base hit. Wow, that's a 54 in column 2, but normally that's a ground ball, but that was a base hit there, and the Phillies take the lead. Jay Johnstone up first and third, 1 out, lefty. Could use Martin. Going to use Martin. Martin's going to pinch hit. First and third, 1 out. Infield is in. And here we go again with a 55. That's the same thing. That's normally a ground ball, but it's a base hit here, first and third, and it's 3-1. Now they're halfway for Boa. Boa's going to swing. And that's a 7. That's a pivot play. This is another pivot play. This time it's going to be the second baseman because the ball went to short. He's a 3, and that's a 4 as a fielder's choice, and that's going to score the run. So the pivot play goes in the favor of the Phillies, and it's 4-1 now. Maddox up. And that's the end of the inning. Pop out, but not before the Phillies score 3, and it's 4-1. A couple of ground balls that got through the drawn-in infield. And now I have to get a first baseman. Johnson doesn't play first, does he? Does he? He does play first, so Johnson can just play first. And who else? Right field. Right field was Martin. So we should be good to go. Carlton's still out there. 4-1 bottom 7. Tony Perez. And a 43 in column 6 is a base hit to left. So good start for the Expos. He has a shot to stretch it, and he does. Stretches it into a double. So runner on second, nobody out for Parrish. And that's a ground ball. Runner should go to third on that grounder to Johnson at first. Runner on third. One out for Carter. And we're going to play the infield back because we have a 3-run lead. We want the out. Here's a new number in column 2, but Maddox is a 5, so this is going to be a likely out. It's got to be 63 or higher, and it's not. Fly to center scores the run. Expos get one back. It's 4-2 here in the 7th, but there's now 2 out, nobody on for Dawson, and that's just a ground out. So we're going to go to the 8th with the Expos trailing 4-2. Carlton's still out there for the Phillies. So now we go top of the 8th. And let's see who the Expos bring in here. Joe Kerrigan is going to come in. Another good pitcher. 3.22 ERA, 126 whip. He's going to face Luzinski. And that's a line out to third. One out. Bring up Schmitty. And hey, Schmidt gets his first hit, and it's a home run. Schmidt, who was 0 for the season, homers off Kerrigan, and it's 5-2. Schmidt gets his first hit with a bang, a home run. That'll bring up McCarver, and he pops out to second, 2 out. Davey Johnson, who came in, got a pinch hit single and stayed in the game, and he strikes out. So we go bottom 8, but Schmidt gets his first hit of the season, and it's a home run. And Warren Cromartie is going to be doing the error check on Sizemore. His error number is 55, which is good, and a 54 just underneath. So 1 out. And let's see, they pinch hit for the pitcher. Oh, they did a double switch. I'm sorry. Jorgensen's in. They double switched, so that's just a strikeout, 2 out. Where did they put the pitcher? They put the pitcher in the 7 hole. Okay. They double switched when they brought Kerrigan in. And there's a strikeout of Cash, so Carlton gets through the 8th. And we go to the top of the 9th. Sizemore will bat against Kerrigan. And that's a base hit. Runner on first, nobody out. 5-2 lead. I'm going to let Carlton swing because he's a pretty good hitter. And there's a 13 and a base hit up the middle. So Carlton comes through for himself. First and second, nobody out. Jerry Martin will swing. He's been going to stay in the game right now. He's a pretty good fielder. And there's a 34, short fly to center. 1 out. Bring up Larry Boa. There's a fly out as well to right. 2 out for Maddox. And a 30 is a fly ball to center. So fly balls end the inning, and we go bottom of the 9th. Carlton trying to complete this. It's 5-2. Foley leads it off. Carlton trying to go to distance. He is an S8, so got to watch out for base runners here. Right now he's on his A grades. Wayne Garrett's going to pinch hit, 270 hitter. I don't know why. He's a left-handed hitter. That was a weird move by the computer, but there's a ground out and first out of the inning. I think I would have either just let Foley hit or let someone else hit. Ellis Valentine, and that's out. 34 is a short fly to center. Carlton 1 out away from a complete game win here against the Expos. Tony Perez standing in his way. And that's a deep fly out, and that is the ball game. Steve Carlton goes the distance, helps himself with some nice batting, a sack, a hit, and the Phillies beat the Expos 5-2. Schmitty finally breaking his offer and hitting a home run. So thanks for watching.